Can you believe there is a city in Vancouver, British Columbia, that has made drugs legal for about 3 years? Let's get into it.
Hello.
Punch that like button. According to a British Columbia website, it says Health Canada granted exemptions under the Controlled Drug and Substance Act to the province of British Columbia from January 31st, 2023 until January 31st, 2026. Adults in British Columbia are not subject to criminal charges for the personal possession of small amounts of certain illegal drugs. Dang, Canada, what the hell are you doing? Really? Here, let me just play this real quick.
This is Vancouver, Canada, a city that made every drug legal.
All drugs are good and balanced. God made all drugs.
You on Trank right now?
I don't know, it might be. More drugs, the better.
How easy would it be for us to get like fentanyl right now?
Yeah, but we're talking about
Is that meth right there in your hand?
Next person walking
A
by.
little bit of meth. Hey, everyone's stealing, everyone's selling their body.
How much do you use in a day?
7 grams.
Oh, it's smokes, bro.
How do you afford?
All right, I don't know if he said 7 or 70, but either way, that's got to be a lot. I'm not really familiar with what a gram is or if it's different for different kind of drugs or anything like that. I really don't know. But I imagine that's a lot. That's all they're doing all day long. I believe they just said they're selling their body. They're
From your drug addiction out here?
Boosting.
See people die out here?
I have, yes. You don't know what's in your dope.
Everything's laced with fentanyl down here. They want to get you addicted.
It's an active overdose in real time right there. This guy's wrapped in a trash can right here.
How do we even know he's alive? I was worried about you. You're in a trash bag. Okay, just check on you, brother. This is an OD. You doing okay? You guys got Narcan? Yeah. Okay, good. Well, looks like she was overdosing, and as she was overdosing, they're robbing her.
With the guy over here just nodded out, passed out on the curb.
Sir, are you okay? Just want to check on you. You okay, brother?
Imagine living in a city like this where you're walking around. If you are in a city like this, drop it in the comments down below. Drop it in the comments. I'm interested to find out what it is like firsthand. I don't have that here where I live, thankfully. I feel bad for these people. I really, really do. And I wish they can get help. But when there's no help and people are just throwing drugs in your face and fentanyl and my understanding is they're making this stuff super, super dirt cheap and you can just give it away pretty much. So what they're doing is giving it away by throwing it in other people's stuff. They're putting it in candies, they're putting it in a bunch of different things and getting people hooked on it. And what do they have to live for? They're stuck on the streets. Oh man.
I'm gonna make sure that they are alive.
Hey guys, are you guys okay?
According to the website for British Columbia, it says that the reason why they decriminalize the personal possession of certain illegal drugs was, it says the decriminalization of people who possess certain illegal drugs for personal use is a critical step in British Columbia's fight against the toxic drug crisis. It will help reduce the barriers and stigmas that prevent people from accessing life-saving supports and services. I do understand that. This is kind of the same thing with Vegas, how certain ladies are legal to do things that they're not in other places, and when things happen to them that shouldn't happen to them, they are able to go to the police department, they are able to get help from services and whatnot and feel safe knowing that they're not going to be thrown in jail over something stupid. Now if people are having issues with drugs and they're laying on the street and they're like one day wake up hopefully and say, I can't do this anymore, I need help, they can go get help, and having it not be illegal will help them from being criminalized, whatnot. I do believe that. I do believe that's a good thing in a sense, as long as it's not taken in a way that would be, we decriminalized it so you can have a free-for-all. It's not really the way to do it. So hopefully that limit on however much it is helps quite a bit. Wow, this is just a tough one. Until I haven't done anything like this in a while. provincial health officer says that the advocate for decriminalization is a key strategy to reduce stigma and address the toxic drug crisis in her 2019 report, Stopping the Harm. Feel free to go check that out if you'd like to. The website for this is www.2.gov.bc.ga, and then you can find it from there. I'm horrible at trying to put links in places, so there's probably going to be nothing in the description because that's just how I roll. Let's see here. What changes? Here we go. Under the exemptions, adults 18 years and older in British Columbia are not arrested or charged for possessing small amounts of certain illegal drugs or for personal use. The illegal drugs covered by the exemptions are opioids such as heroin, morphine, and fentanyl. I don't know shit about drugs. I'll just say that. So, crack and powder cocaine. I don't know what the differences are. If you guys do, more power to you. Methamphetamine. I hear that on cops a lot. MDMA, ecstasy. Now I heard a lot of people done that before. I never have, but I heard it's interesting. Adults found in personal possession of any combination of these illegal drugs that add up to a combined total of 2.5 grams or less are not subject to arrest. Again, I think I mentioned earlier, I'm not really sure. I don't know what the hell a gram is, but apparently you're allowed 2.5 of them. This includes support with making a referral to local treatment and recovery services. And you know what? In quite all honesty, I really hope everybody out there gets help. I really do. The worst thing I've ever been addicted to that I'm aware of is cigarettes. And I don't do those anymore. I don't smoke anymore. I haven't for years. And it is hard, and I wouldn't be able to go back and have one. I know I can't. I've tried it many, many times. I can't go back and have one cigarette. So even something as simple as cigarettes, I can imagine if it's a stronger thing like some of these things listed on the screen, that it would be just super, super hard to get off of. And one time, it's stupid, but it's about the only reference I have, is I had a tooth pulled once, and they gave me oxycodone or something. I don't know. It was one of those things at the time that they said that they're really careful on giving out because it's addictive or something. And I only had a couple of them. And then I still had the pain from the impaction or wherever. I still had the hole. It was crazy. And it hurt. And I went down to the dentist office again and I said, hey, can I get any more of these because it's still hurting? And they said, nope, we're not able to give you any more of those. You're just going to have to stand up and be a man. So I did that. I stood up and was a man, but it only took another day or so, and then that pain went away, and I was good to go. So I don't know if it was my brain saying, hey, let's go get some more or what, but very well could have been. I don't know. But again, there's all these... Oh, it's just crazy. Anyways, what remains illegal? Possession of a combined total of more than 2.5 grams, which is kind of like what it says up above, 2.5 or less. So it's 2.5 or more of the exempted illegal drugs. Any amount of other illegal drugs not included in this exemption. So I'm kind of curious of what kind of other drugs is there. I mean, that was, again, I don't know shit about drugs, but that's a heck of a list right there, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Decriminalization is not legalization. Under this exemption, illegal drugs, including those listed above, are not legalized and will not be sold in stores. Okay, so it's legalized, but it's not legalized. I understand what they're saying here with you can't just open up a store for ecstasy. Like, I get that. But the word legalized they're using in two different ways here, and unless it's a catch-22. Maybe it's one of those things like, we can get you, suckers. I really don't know. Unless otherwise authorized under the CDSA, drug protection, trafficking. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff there. Certain public spaces and locations are not covered. Spray pools, I'm not really sure what that is. Commonly referred to as splash pads. Okay, that makes sense. Wading pools, playgrounds, skate parks, airports. Canadian Coast Guard vessels and helicopters. Okay, so I'm just kind of guessing they might have a problem there or something. So police cars are okay, but Canadian Coast Guard vessels and helicopters are not. I don't know. That's okay. Travel, transportation, there's a bunch of stuff there. You're more than welcome to read it if you want to. Youth and the law. The exemption does not apply to people under the age of 18. Youth 17 and younger who are found in possession of illegal drugs are subject to the Federal Criminal Justice Act. And I'm not sure what that is. You guys can go here and click on it if you'd like to. How decriminalization was implemented. British Columbia prepared for implementation by creating a robust plan for training police. That's great. Including the Phase 1 webinar for all officers in the province. And I'm not used to the word province because here it's just states. And other countries is province. Why don't we have province? I don't get it. Maybe you can put that down in the comments too. Why the United States don't have province? I mean, I guess we have province Rhode Island. I don't know. Is a province? It can't just be a land somewhere, like a land in the middle of water, because Canada's got provinces and they're not in the water. I don't know. I'm confused. If you can help clear that up, that'd be super awesome. All right. I don't know. You guys will have to go through that and read that. It's just crazy. I don't even know what to say. But anyhow, what do you think? What do you think of that little video clip of the people walking around on the streets? Have you seen anything like that before, where people are going out and walking around like zombies on the streets? Have you seen anything like that before? I'm really curious to find out what kind of areas that people live in that they have seen this kind of thing. Now, even the area I live in, I guess, is kind of like a methy area, I guess. But I hear that about everywhere. Everywhere you go, it's meth this, meth that. And I don't know, is that fading out now? I mean, I don't hear anything about it, but a lot of the people around will say, oh yeah, this is a big area here. That's a big area there. Yeah, I'm not in that area. I don't know nothing about it. And I don't know. It just seems like it's everywhere. Drugs are just everywhere. Why can't they just go back to weed? Weed's legal in a lot of places. Why don't they just go back to that? I don't know. Make your toes tingle. Anyhow, so, yeah. What do you think? First time in a couple years I did a little video like this, and what do you think? Throw it in the comments down below. I'm throwing a lot of things in the comments down below. Why am I throwing a lot of things? Because, I don't know. Why not throw things? If you could throw a party, right? Throw things. Anyhow, it's getting late. It's almost my bedtime, and till next time, we'll catch you on the flip side. Howl at the moon.